So time has gone by, and I'm getting to the point now where I'm starting to get really frustrated with the fact that we're not able to actually find a time that we can land on to go to her house to do the work. And it's taking so much of my energy and my guide's energy trying to force protection for this family in the interim while we're trying to get the logistics worked out so that I can get to her house. Just like what happened with the phone call, something is stopping me every time we try to schedule. Whether it was a blizzard, cars breaking down, it didn't matter, but we would set an appointment for me to go out and do the work, and then something would happen, and it just wouldn't, it would prevent it from happening. So after a discussion with my guide, we decided that we're just going to try to do it from a distance. I don't know why I felt so strongly that I needed to be in the house before I did the distance work. I still felt that way, but my guide said, let's just go for it. We're not going to take this much time to deal with it. So I do the journey meditation one evening to see what's going on at her house. And as we walk into the house, again, in meditation, I'm not physically on the property. As we walk into the house, I feel like I'm walking into a movie set. Nothing is out of place. There's nothing negative. I can't see any dead that I know are there because I've heard them and seen them for the last going on 2 weeks now since she initially contacted me. So we go through the whole process of trying to clear the house, and I feel like we're not actually in it, like we're just going over the surface of something that's really deep. And I'm asking my guide, why do I feel like we're not? There's something going on here. Why does this not look right? And he said, this is a really powerful entity. It's making it look like there's nothing going on. We're being blocked from this. We tried a few different things. I think it was important for us to have gone to the property physically for reasons, and I'm going to explain those in a minute. So we finished the meditation. I did the whole house clearing, but it felt superficial. I didn't feel like we'd actually accomplished anything in this at all. I didn't feel like I'd learned anything other than whatever it was that was in there was very strong, and it was capable of hiding everything from us if it wanted to. Didn't lose hope. Still pretty certain that we're going to be able to fix this. So I message her what happened, that we weren't seeing anything. Meanwhile, she's saying things have ramped up even more. So there's a number of people living in the house. She has quite a few children. It's her and her partner and his kids. So the house, they've got a lot of people in the house. She's a very kind-hearted person. That isn't necessarily what was best for the spiritual health of her house right then, bringing in chaotic energy and not having, a lot of protective discipline around herself. I also noticed that she was having a really, really hard time maintaining the part that she needed to do to keep those boundaries up. Not blaming the victim in any way. She had a lot going on right then physically. I also learned that she had sunk into a very deep depression. I talked to the doctor about this, and he said that he was actually concerned for her well-being, her mental well-being, if we weren't able to help. So there was a lot going on. Her little boy, Joey, I think his name was also, it was just this poor kid. It was a nightmare for him. So this was a Christian family. So when I work with people, it doesn't matter what your religious belief is. Mine doesn't have to match that. And because the space is yours, when I'm doing house clearing, we use your beliefs to clear the house, because that's what's going to hold on to the work that we do, is your faith and your belief in whatever process you believe in. So study lots of religions, know how to kind of go at these different things from different points. So her partner at the time was a pastor. Somebody has asked, what about invoking the name of God? They'd had no luck with that. They tried a semi-formal exorcism of space, which is a thing. This is what I'm going to be doing with this client at some point. And it actually made things worse. I don't know why this is. I think a lot of it might have to do with how strongly held our beliefs are when we invoke the name of God, or how afraid we are, because fear is a powerful thing. And if you can't turn that fear into anger or something more useful, you're just feeding it. You're feeding the bad things and making them badder. So I finally tell her, I'd like to come to your house even if you're not home. If we can't agree on a time for you to be there, do I have your permission to go to the house on this day, regardless of where you're at? And she agrees. She just happened to be home that day. And as I get off the freeway at her exit, I realize that I am driving by one of the largest cemeteries in northern Colorado. Suddenly, all of the dead people fall into place. And you're not going to believe who John was.